Okay, you know the drill. It's a new week, and having blown my eval account last week because I'm dumb, I decided to give more money to MyFundedFutures for another 50k starter account. And honestly, at this point, I'm just addicted to these prop firms, so I keep buying them in hopes of passing and getting a payout, even though I'm trading like absolute trash and constantly crashing out. To minimize my losses though, when I crash out, I did put a little max loss of 600 bucks on my account, so hopefully that'll help me keep this account for longer, but I don't know. I to start off the new account, and this week I did see that while I was gone, the market has kind of just jumped up hella. So overall today I was bullish, looking for these 21,000s to hold and push price up towards the 200s. And off market open, I decided just to send it in long to see if that pre-market plan would work out or not. In a sense, this was kind of just a limit order looking to catch that bounce from the 21,000s key level and 5-minute moving average. But while this entry was premature, if we do get that bounce, this would be a B-graded setup, which was quickly confirmed with this fat green candle. So while I was a bit early, I did also have a somewhat wider stop loss in case we did dip lower first, but yeah, price just jumped up even more. With that push up, price did stall a little bit at the highs here, but was still bouncing off this 1-minute moving average, so I decided just to add another contract to this trade, as this did fit my third entry point for setups. And yeah, I was starting to get a little sus of whether we get that push up or not, so I was debating between having my stop loss at break even to give the trade more room to breathe, or having a tight stop loss to catch some profits. I did end up going with a tight stop loss the more we stalled, but yeah, we kind of just got that push up. With that, I kind of just stuck to the plan of looking for price to hit the 200s now, as the 5-minute chart was still looking pretty strong for the bulls. And yeah, price just kept going up to hit my target for a fat profit of 1,500 on this one trade. With my pre-market plan basically playing out perfectly, I decided just to stop trading here today to take home a fat profit with only one trade. Alrighty, with that huge win yesterday, that puts the account in a decent spot, so all I gotta do now is to not crash out. So for today, I did see that we were forming a little range up here, and overall, I was still bullish, looking for price to break up and out of this range to hit the 600s. However, with PPI data coming out tomorrow, we might just be range bound, which is what I was thinking until price just popped up hella off market open. With that, I may have just chased it along when I saw this wick, which is, yeah, just an F entry. And with that, I was just like, I'll just have a wider stop loss in case we do get a bigger pullback. But nah, price just kept falling down and stopped me out quickly for a loss. With that, I was like, I bet it's a range day then, and tried to catch a short to the pre-market lows using the 1-minute and 5-minute moving averages to make this a B setup, which we did get a poke lower, but that was bought up, so I was thinking of bailing out because these 390s were just not breaking, but I decided just to hold on. And yeah, price just jumped up and stopped me out for another loss. After that, I should have just stopped and waited for a better entry near the highs or lows, but nah, I said fuck it and jumped back in a long wanting to catch a move higher. With this entry, I guess it was supported by the 1-minute moving average here, so a C setup overall, and all I needed now was a fast push up, which didn't happen. So with us stalling out and volume down now, I really didn't like this anymore and was tempted just to bail out, but I decided yet again to hold and gamble to see if we would miraculously get a pop up, and nope, I just got stopped out yet again for a loss. However, right after price did just pop right back up, so yeah, I chased back in along wanting to catch that move up. I'm gonna just say this was just another F entry solely based off emotions and revenge. However, we did get another green candle up, so I moved my stop loss to break even in case this was yet another fake move up, and yeah, price just fell back down on the next candle to stop me out. After that, I don't know why, but I decided to jump back in another long because I was like, ooh, a wick off the moving average, we gotta go back up. So I guess it's a C setup on paper, but in this chop, it's just an F, which yeah, price just kept falling down, and before my stop loss was hit, I was just liquidated because we hit my max loss of 600 on the account. So yeah, end of the day early because I just couldn't patiently wait for good trades. Realistically, I probably should have only taken one trade if any today, but instead we walking away with 5 trades and a max loss of 600 bucks. Okay, so minor crash out session yesterday that did eat into Tuesday's profit, but we still doing fine, so I just gotta calm down and not crash out today. Yeah, too late for that. At the start of the day, I did see that we were still in this range from the 200s to 400s, but I was still overall bullish, looking for the 200s to hold and potentially break above the 400s to the 600s. So off market open, I did kind of just jump in along after this dip lower to catch a move up. This technically could be an A setup if it wasn't just off market open, which is basically just gambling. And we did get a little pop up, but it was kind of slow for the opening move, so I was gonna throw price in case of a rejection. Where price did get rejected, but I was like, I'll just move to break even because we could just bounce back up. But yeah, I should have just trilled my stop because yeah, I just got topped out for break even. After that, we did see another green candle to bounce price up, so kind of another A setup here with the long. I was hesitant here though because we did kind of fail to break the highs here, so that could mean we were just ranging. I even put my stop loss a little wider to hold on longer, but that just led to me getting stopped out for a fatter loss here. That move down did get bought back up, so yeah, I tried another long, which was just an F for revenge trading here. And after this green candle got smacked down, I did just bail out near break even for a small loss. After those back-to-back trades, I was like, okay, I just gotta chill out, so I took a little break, and when I came back, I did see this fat wick to bounce price back up from the lows, so I did just jump back in a long. However, volume was kind of dying out again, so this was kind of signaling to me that there was about to be a fat news week soon. I didn't see any big news, just some small stuff, but instead of gambling on that, I did just bail out at break even, which right after there was a spike, it just would have popped price up towards my target though, so should I have just held it? I don't know. After seeing that, I kind of was a little salty, so I jumped in a short here after seeing price get rejected again, and low-key, any trade at this point is just an F, because in a range, my setups are proven to be trash with the moving averages just wiggling in the middle. Knowing that, I was a little more scared of holding trades, so yeah, I bailed out here as price got bought up anyways for a small loss. At this point, I know my setups aren't going to work as well today, and and I am just gambling, so I should just stop. But I am in the red, so I wanted to climb out of it at least, so I kept going. So here I took a long that just ended up getting stopped out at break even. Then I took another long off this pullback, and low-key, we did get a push up to the top of the range to finally hit my target for a decent profit. With that, I did win back my losses for today, so I was gonna call it here. But then I saw that this move was actually breaking out of the opening range, so I might have been a little salty for just not holding the last trade with a trailing stop loss. And instead of keeping my bullish bias with longs, I started to spam shorts wanting price to reject and keep us in the range, which yeah, was just stupid. So I took an L here for a small loss, then another one here for a fatter loss, and yeah, then again here where this one was a bit better because we were rejecting off this key level. But instead of just dropping, we ended up stalling around here before stopping me out at break even. Seeing this consolidation before I break higher should have signaled to me to stop shorting, but nope, I tried one more time, which yeah, I got stopped out for another loss. With that, I officially snapped and just chased into a long, but I eventually just got scared on this pullback and bailed out for a small loss. I then proceeded to flip back into the short side because I'm crazy, where I also ended up adding another contract after this fat red candle down. But yeah, price just bounced back up to stop me out for another fat loss. With that, I was like 50 bucks away from max loss, so I just hopped in another short because why the fuck not? And yeah, I just got stopped out here for another loss. With that, I did finally stop trading here because I did hit my max loss. So yeah, just another day where I lost it and proceeded to lose another 600 bucks today. Okay, so after consecutive crash outs, the goal for today is to not end the week with another one. And for today, I did see we're kind of ranging, but there was a chance to break up higher if price bounced off these 400s. So I was still bullish looking for a move to the 600s. But off market open, we were kind of just doing nothing. We did eventually get a drop lower, but I was waiting for a pullback that just never came. Instead, we did get a fat bounce back up though. So instead of shorting it, I did end up trying to long after seeing the 1 minute moving average line support price to make this a C setup. Initially, I did have a smaller target because I was scared of the 5 minute moving average line rejecting price. But then I was like, fuck it. Let's go for the gold and move my target up and had my stop loss at break even for protection. I was looking for a fast push up after seeing the strong buy in momentum, but nope, it just got slapped back down to stop me out. With that, I did just stop here for the day because I really didn't like how the chart was looking. So yeah, I walked away today with a good old $2. Okay, so before we get to the weekly recap, I do have a little secret I was keeping. Basically, remember how I crashed out on Thursday with a bunch of trades? Well, later that day, I decided to use this 30% off coupon for expert accounts to give myself a 50K expert account for the cost of like 160 bucks. The main reason was because since there is no daily drawdown on expert accounts, I could either blow the account or pass it in one day. And if you can't tell, I've been in a fat degen gambling mood lately, which is bad, but I was basically looking to get my fix with this eval account, and somehow I ended up passing it with 5 trades, so oops. I was using like 3 minis on NQ, so I was hella over leveraged and was just gambling, but I passed. Even after passing though, that wasn't enough for me, so I traded a bunch on the new funded account overnight on Friday and near market close to bring the account up 1,100 bucks somehow. So I don't know, that was just all luck, but I'm gonna just keep this funded account as my secret account for now, but you'll probably hear about it next week when I blow it. So yeah, another week, which was just another gambling shit show, because while I did win big on Tuesday to offset my losses for the remainder of the week, low-key that trade on Tuesday was still gambling off market open. So while I'm up like 300 bucks on this account, I need to shut down these gambling urges that were just too strong this week, because yeah, that's also why I ended up with that 50K expert account too. So I'm gonna force myself to wait at least like 5 minutes after market open before taking any trades going forward, because low-key it's gonna be a bad habit if I continue doing this. And with that, I guess I'll see you next week.